look at style icons, like the classics, maybe Jackie O, Diana Ross, all the way to style icons of today, ones that come to mind for me, like Emmanuel Alt, Jenna Lyons, the one thing they all have in common is that they have their own signature style. It is this quiet confidence. It's not that they are always at the head of the fashion crowd. They're not like the peacocks wearing all the latest trends. It's really about a beautiful way of asserting and knowing what looks good on you and continuing with it. I think having a signature style is a really great way to keep trends at bay, and it's also a really beautiful way to appreciate what you already have in your closet. And when you find your signature style or you really stick to it, personally, I still think I am just figuring out my signature style. I don't think I have it nailed down quite yet, but I do think there are some steps that you can take if you want to develop your own or just start to get comfortable with asserting your own style. So the first one is figure out your 3 words. That video is already linked, so if you're not sure what that means or what I'm talking about, definitely go and watch that. Your 3 words are basically your descriptors, how you want to portray yourself to the world. They're not necessarily always fashion-based, they're just adjectives that you can use to describe yourself, and as an extension of that, your own style. There's a little bit of aspiration in there too, like how you want people to see you. Your 3 words are a fantastic guidepost, not only for future shopping decisions, so that you make those considered purchases, so that you have like a filter to kind of pass a purchase through and really understand if it's good for you, but it's also really good for when you're getting dressed in the morning. Oftentimes, if something feels off, you can use your 3 words as a guide, as a filter to create a look that feels truly you. And I think the more you do this, the more you practice using your 3 words to inform your getting dressed decisions, the more you'll kind of find these little common denominators within your outfits that will soon become a signature of yours. Let's take Amy Smilovic, who is the creative director over at Tibby, who also talks a lot about 3 words and probably, to be honest, explains them a lot better than I ever could, so I will leave her info in the description box below. But she has a very distinct signature style. I mean, she's a creative director, so she kind of has to. She's very open about her words being chill, modern, and classic. And you can see here in this first photo, it's very chill. She's got her sweater tied around her waist, which makes it feel both chill and modern. She's got a sneaker, a tank top, keeping it really simple. All of these pieces are very classic. The way they're styled feels really modern. It feels a little bit offbeat, which really falls into a modern style vibe, and it just feels chill. Like nothing about this feels too precious. Nothing about this feels like she's spent like hours on her outfit. It just feels like really easy. There's a lot of ease in this look, and I thought this was a great example. Another one of her looks here, we can see the classics from the pointed shoe, the tailored trouser, very neutral colors. All of these are really timeless pieces, and yet there's these little details on the sweater, like the bell sleeves, the way it fits. There's so much breathing room. It's really slouchy, and she's got it paired with like that sharp pointed shoe. So it feels modern. It feels chill, but still really classic. And the bright blue bag, which is in a really interesting sculptural shape, very current, very fresh. So she's keeping it modern, she's keeping it classic, and the whole thing feels really chill. So all of her 3-word elements are embedded in this outfit. The next thing to do is find your uniform or your uniforms for different occasions. Let's take Emmanuel Alt as an example. Emmanuel Alt was the editor at French Vogue. Whenever I think of uniform dressing, she automatically comes to mind. I think probably for most of us. She is notorious for her uniform. And her uniform is quite simple. It's comprised of separates. I think you rarely see her in a dress. It's usually got a structured blazer, something a little bit slouchy like a button-up shirt or a sweater underneath, and then a really great pant. Used to be a lot of tailored skinny denim or denim of different sort of silhouettes, and now we see her more with like a tailored trouser or a more slouchy trouser, which makes it feel a little bit more current, but still the formula is the same. It's comprised of these separates, always top topped with a jacket, a coat, a blazer, something with a little bit of structure on top. Sometimes she belts it, sometimes she doesn't. Oftentimes the tailoring of the jacket will differ. Sometimes she throws in a little bit of color, but her uniform is really that combination of separates in different iterations, and she just swaps them out. I love this because throughout time you can see the evolution of this uniform, but there is still that underlying common denominator which flows through all of the years. I especially love that like a lot of the photos of her that we see online can't really tell when they were taken because her pieces and her style is just so consistent. There's always that like really beautiful through line, which I think is a really great way to develop your signature style. And the third step to developing your signature style, that's right, there are only 3. I wanted to keep it really simple, especially since we're all maybe just starting out, is to start small. If you're a normal human, like me, starting small is always the easiest way to go. Find little things. I think so often we have maybe signature pieces in our closet or signature styling tweaks that we do that we don't really realize that we're doing them, but they really become an inherent part of who we are and how we put our outfits together. So perhaps, you know, you have some vintage pieces or some heirloom jewelry that you wear every day. For me, it's my 2 vintage rings, one from my Nona and one that my mom bought for me at a vintage market. I wear them every single day. They are definitely a signature piece. And it's also about how I wear them. I always wear them layered on one finger. To me, if I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable in an outfit, or if I'm kind of looking for a little bit of direction or to feel that through line and connection to myself and my values, I always have these rings on. It's almost like a comfort, but it feels good and it looks good. Another signature that I have are my Dior sunglasses. I've had these for years from my wonderful pals over at Merivale Vision Care. I swear they have the best eyewear. These glasses are so old, but because they're classic, because they've got these like super clean lines, I feel like myself when I put them on. So they have, for me, become a bit of a signature style. That's why I think starting small is so important. It could be a lipstick color that you wear. It could be the way you wear your hair. It could be a signature scent. It could be a scarf. But also, it's not just about an accessory. It can also be about how you style your clothes. So start small. Start paying attention to the little styling habits and accessories and those little things that you tend to feel both comforted and more like yourself by, and see if you can build on those, or just keep doing them. Start there, and then that can be your signature. It doesn't have to be complicated. That is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you do have a signature thing that you do or your signature style. Put it in the comments below. I think it's really helpful for others if you're struggling to find your style. It's really cool to see what other people are identifying with and how they're working with what they already have in their closet. So leave that in the comments below. I love reading the comments. Thank you for contributing and being here. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you learned something new, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Have a wonderful rest of your week ahead, day ahead, night, wherever you're at, and I will be back in another slow fashion video. Ciao.